So Americans are doing a thing called revenge spending, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Revenge spending, how does that make sense? You're revenge spending on a credit card. What negative connotation is the credit card company getting?
We have people that are stupid.
I mean, you're spending on their credit card. I mean, hey, we're going to talk about it, guys. This is crazy, this new trend that Americans are doing. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, guys. Make sure you check in the pinned comment and the description. I have a newsletter. Yes, I do. And it will give you tremendous value. And it's free. Who can beat free? Nobody can be free. Let's jump into it. It says, revenge spending drives ballooning U.S. credit card balances. And guys, listen, we have talked about this over and over and over again. You guys think you're doing something really, really big by punishing the credit card companies by spending more on their credit cards.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Make it make sense to me. You guys are literally saying, you know what? I can't stand these credit cards. How about I go spend on their credit cards and give them 26% interest? That's what people are doing. And this is a trend that for some odd reason, people love.
That don't make no sense.
Americans consumers continue to splurge in 2023, boosting the economy with revenge travel, Taylor Swift tickets, and expensive restaurant meals, but a lot of it was funded by debt. We've talked about this, guys, and you know, I say it all the time. You guys think that going ahead and going into more debt, buying Beyonce and Taylor Swift tickets and going to Chris Ruth and all this other stuff, you think that it's going to, for some reason, magically make your financial life better because you are spending the money that you had in your pockets that was burning a hole in it. That's what most people are saying. They're saying the money that I had saved for that down payment, oh man, I had to spend it, Orlando. I had to get rid of it. And now that I've gotten rid of it, I still want to keep that same lifestyle. So the only way I can keep that same lifestyle is go to Amex, go to Chase, go get that Citi card. Yeah, I get it, Orlando. I get it. Interest rates are 24, 26% interest, but you know, I want to have fun.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You're going to have a lot of fun during the spending, during the activity that you're paying money for. But are you going to have fun when you have to pay all of that money back that you never had to begin with? I don't think so, but it says credit card balances in the U.S. increased by 4.7% to $48 billion in the third quarter alone, pushing the total towards $1.08 trillion, according to the New York Federal Reserve. It is the highest total of data going back to 2003, and that was before the holiday season started in earnest. Guys, listen, I've said this over and over again. $1.08 trillion in debt. $1.08 trillion in debt. You guys have to know this. This has to be a red flag for you. I know a lot of you guys think,
Orlando, the economy's doing great. Nothing is going to happen.
You guys have to understand this. $1.08 trillion worth of credit card debt. Do you think that most Americans will be able to pay off this debt? Do you think that eventually all of this debt will either be written off and will make a huge deficit? Or do you think that people will go into bankruptcies? Do you think these credit card companies will just never just leave it alone and won't chase these individuals down for the money? Do you really think that? Because if you think that, then I'm sorry. You've been living underneath a rock and you have not been looking at cycles.
Orlando, interest rates aren't that high.
Let's take a look. It says bills are mounting at times when the average, let's read that again. The average annual percent rate, or APR, has soared north of 20% to the highest on record. And then most people think to themselves, Orlando, I got to get those Jordans. Orlando, I have to go on that vacation. Orlando, I have to go buy that PS5. I have to do it. Because if I don't do it, I'm not rewarding myself. If I don't do it, then who else is going to do it? And I'd say to this person, well, why? What happened to all that money that you had previously? What happened to the down payment money? Oh, I was already living that life. And then a lot of you guys go onto TikTok and then you see things like this. At the same time, estimated 40% of Americans have drained their pandemic savings to afford ballooning bills, and videos on TikTok are detailing a so-called silent recession as millions struggle to keep up with student loan bills, car payments, higher housing costs, elevated grocery bills. Is it really silent? Is this really silent, guys? I mean, How silent is me yelling? Me making video after video after video. How silent is it when Amazon is cutting 10,000, 20,000 workers? How silent is it when trucking companies are going out of business? How silent is it when people are losing equity on homes? Just make it make sense to me. It's not. So when you go onto these social media networks and when you see that it's the silent recession, it's not silent to me. I've been talking about this for at least a year, where I've been telling you guys, save your money. Let's say it again. Save your money. Shouldn't you have a emergency savings account? I've said that in almost every video, and it's not gonna stop anytime soon. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. But here's the thing that I want you guys to see. Consumers have leaned on their available lines of credit for necessity. That's the problem, is that once you've drained all of your accounts, once you've used every line of liquid money that you have left that's not debt.
Shut up and take my money.
People are now going to credit cards for just the necessities. They're no longer doing the wants. Now they're saying, Orlando, I have to do this to buy groceries. I have to do this to pay my bills. So not only are you using a credit card to pay your bills and paying 26% interest on it, in some instances, people aren't paying off the entire bill. Imagine having a $200 bill, only paying $100 on it at 26% interest rate, and then still owing the other $100. So you owe $200, one at regular, that could go past due, and then the other one at 26% interest. It's bound to catch up with you.
Awkward. So awkward.
And when you see news stories like this, where people are saying revenge spending, I'm revenge spending, you're not revenge spending. You're hurting yourself.
Yeah, damn right.
You're hurting yourself by making wrong and horrible financial decisions and not doing what's best. Not doing what's best, hopefully, for you and your family. And I would hope that we could all understand that going into major, major, major debt is not what's best for anybody. We're talking about most people here. Most people will not pay off their monthly bill. They're gonna pay off minimum balances and continue to live in the cycle of debt, guys. So don't let these articles of revenge spending get people amped up and believe that you're actually doing something. You're actually hurting yourself by giving money to the credit card companies. I mean, anybody would love to have revenge pay bills. Revenge buying my neighbor groceries. Like, I mean, you can revenge all of that. And at the end of the day, you're the one who's losing money. So hopefully you've got value out of this content, guys. And like I always say, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video here. It will help you understand what's going on with this housing market, financial news, and also get into your first rental property. And I promise you the information you will get from that will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.